Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We are here. Are you an empath? 10 traits of an empath. How to know if you are an empath. Let's just... Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. So I woke up today and I got a message and I read it and someone said this: Ralph, I can feel for the first time what other people are going through. Like, I've had this massive shift of awakening, and it's pretty scary, Ralph, because it wasn't like this before. Like right now, I feel so connected to people and I'm like, what's happening? Now, is that you out there? Do you sometimes feel connected to people? Or maybe you don't. Because maybe you're like, before I do that, wait a minute. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. I grew up an empath, like feeling what other people were going through. And it's a gift. If you learn how to use the gift, it can also be very, very overwhelming. Because that's what you put in the message. You're like, I don't know how to deal with this, Ralph. It's way too much. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. So let me give you a story first before we start. Someone has locked themselves out of their house. They've lost the keys and they are deeply distressed. Now, 3 people walk past. The first one sees them in huge distress and is like, why did you do that for? You silly human being. Get out of here. And they just walk past, right? They have a lot of apathy, which means a lack of emotion, interest, or concern. They don't care. They definitely don't care. And they don't care about you at all. Don't be silly. The second person walks past and is like, oh my days, I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bye. They have a lot of sympathy where you are concerned from a distance. You stay a little bit back. Bye. You got to go places though. You can't stay around. But you'll give them your little, I'm so sorry about that. Okay? Now, the third person that walks past is an empath. Thank goodness for the person who has lost their keys, because the empath will come to your rescue. The empath is like, oh, you've lost your keys. I can see you are in deep distress. How can I help you? Here's my phone. Let me call a locksmith. Wait a minute. Come to my house. Let me make you a cup of tea. And then we can probably go to the movies later. This is so terrible this happened to you. I know exactly what you are going through. And the person who's just lost their keys has now even forgot they've lost their keys, because they're just like, who is this awesome person? Can I give them an award or something? Okay. Now, if you are an empath, you are like that third person. And it is a gift that you can help people. At the same time, you got to become very mindful of the gift so you don't become overwhelmed or even drained from other people. The first trait of an empath, how to know if you are an empath, is that you have an unusual, strong sense of intuition. An unusually strong sense of intuition, which means you can feel things before they actually happen. You can see things before they actually happen. You have a lot of premonitions, sometimes dreams, prophetic dreams, highly intuitive. Like someone doesn't even have to open their mouth, but you already know what they're going to say. Clairvoyance. Clear sight. You can see things from like a mile away. Clairsentience. Clear feeling. When someone is in your presence, you feel everything that has ever happened to them in their entire life. Clairaudience. Clear hearing. When someone is talking to you, you're not only hearing words, you're hearing their vibrations, the energy behind the words. That's clairaudience. So being highly intuitive can be a gift because you're like, now I can actually make better choices and decisions. At the same time, sometimes you can run into problems if you are over analyzing everything. You see, analysis is paralysis. Slow motion is so. And that's why sometimes a lot of empaths can get into a lot of overthinking. So I've realized to stop overthinking so much, I've got to just sometimes stop assuming all the time. Okay, because assumptions make bad conclusions. And really let people reveal themselves to me instead of turning on my intuitive switch. Okay. What is the second trait of an empath? How to recognize if you are an empath and what to do about it. Being an empath means you are highly sensitive to and aware of other people's emotions. The emotion means energy in motion. So that means you can go to a party. Has this ever happened to you if you are an empath? And you enter a room and you're, oh my gosh, you just like literally feel everybody's emotions all at once. Now, if that isn't overwhelming, I don't know what is, right? Okay. It's overwhelming sometimes, but it's a gift. Being highly sensitive in a world which is desensitized predominantly is a marvelous gift. You got to see it as a gift to say, wait a minute, being highly sensitive means I'm going to find a super great partner. It means that I not only care for human beings, I love to care for animals. My dog, the cat down the road, definitely. Okay? So being highly sensitive can be a great gift because it's like a guide. Empaths, you got to realize you have an inner guide. And that is the best feeling in the world. That is your sensitivity. So stop seeing your sensitivity as a curse. See it as a gift. But realize that this sensitivity, you got to become very mindful, okay, of where you place yourself every single day. And you got to say, is this helping me or is this hurting me? And then realize you are priceless. Your health is priceless. Okay. Now, what is the third trait of an empath? How to recognize you are an empath. Empaths find it hard to be in crowded spaces for long periods of time. Now, I grew up an empath, so sometimes I would be in a busy city and there are so many faces. I'm like, who the hell are you? I don't even know. Okay. And sometimes that's very overwhelming because you become a sponge person. You start absorbing other people's energies. Now, this can be at a mall, a stadium, a concert. Okay. empaths find it very hard to be in those places for a long time because once again, you start absorbing what everybody is feeling, thinking, and going through. So become mindful. This is the solution if you are an empath, of how long you spend in certain environments. And you got to ask yourself, are these environments really going to help me become healthier? Are they really going to help me become my greatest version? Or am I just giving more than I am receiving? Okay. And then realize that you got to get your butt into nature. That's what's helped me along my journey. I'm always in nature. I'm in an art gallery. It's serene. Not a lot of people are in here. Not a lot of people, right? Not even the cat down the road is in here. Okay. It's down the road. So surround yourself in serene environments, get the feng shui going, and then you will actually find yourself becoming more tranquil, more harmonious within yourself. What is the fourth trait of an empath? How to recognize you are an empath. Empaths feel what other people are going through like it is them. Like they're having a first-hand experience. Okay, now that's pretty cool until you realize, wait a minute, what they went through, it was terrible. Right? So if you are an empath, if you are someone who picks up other people's energies, okay, become mindful of who you allow to share with you. Because once again, you got to start taking responsibility for who you invite into your personal space. You are accepting that invitation. So I started to realize, okay, like people just knew I was an empath and would tell me stuff. I'm a Pisces as well, so we're natural empaths for starters, okay? And I'm like, how the hell did they know I'm an empath? They start telling me what happened to them at 4 or 5 years old. And I'm there like, it's been 3 hours. Oh my gosh. And then I'm like, I know what you've gone through. I have first-hand experience of it. Don't worry. I am it right now. I am all of your problems. Then I realized, actually, this is terrible. Okay, so I started to realize I've got to set up healthy, energetic boundaries. As an empath, you got to realize, okay, when you want to say no without feeling guilty. Say yes without feeling guilty. Do you want the rest of the ice cream? Vegan ice cream? Hell yes. Heaven yes, right? Do you want to go out today? A lot of empaths find it hard to say no. No. You don't want to go out? No. I'm watching Infinite Waters instead. That's all you got to say. And you'll be just fine, okay? So limit your time around certain people if they are just talking about their problems. As an empath, you got to realize you matter too. As strange as it may seem, you are very important too. And you should never allow yourself just to be listening to everybody's problems. Like I help people, I love to do it, but I've been doing this for years, so I know how to protect my energy. And that's why I'm just glimmering in gold every single day. Well, you know, it's like that. What is the fifth trait of an empath? How to know if you are an empath. 7-day vegan challenge. Many empaths are super sensitive to the foods they are consuming. And many empaths are vegetarians, they're vegans, they're eating a more plant-based diet because when they see, for example, an animal on their plate, they're like, wait a minute, it's not just an animal. This animal, before it got to my plate, had feelings. And then they start going through the animal's history. This is before they even eat, right? Okay, the animal was tortured. Oh my gosh. It probably had a mother. Yes, it did. And a father. Who cared about it? Who am I to start taking another animal's life? It had feelings just like me. They start giving this massive lecture on the dinner table, and people are like, shut up and eat. And they're like, no, this animal could have been my pet. I love my dog, right? And people are like, shut up and eat. And they're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. It's too emotional. It's been emotional. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. So they're like, pass me those apricots. Pass me the guavas. Pass me the mangoes. I can have so much more fun with those anyway. Okay? Because I'm eating a more karma-free, plant-based diet. Okay? So many empaths often gravitate towards mangoes. They often gravitate towards foods which weren't tortured before they got to them. Okay, and that's a beautiful gift because that will often lead you into better health. Like ever since I started to eat a plant-based diet, I feel happier, healthier. I can do like 3 cartwheels before breakfast. How about that? And a handstand too. What is the 6th trait of an empath? How to recognize you are an empath. Now, what's helped me along my journey is to realize this, that you see, I'm a Pisces and I'm an empath. I'm highly sensitive, but that's a strength, okay? It's a gift. At the same time, along my early journey, it wasn't, okay? Because I would allow other people to use me as an emotional dumping ground. It's what I call the emotional drive-by. So basically, you're going about your business, all happy and dandy. People pull up to you and they tell you everything like, I just lost my job. My wife just left me. My husband just left me. I got no money. Bye. They leave the scene quicker than the road runner. But they've left you with all of these problems. Okay. And as an empath, you start embodying their problems. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that as an empath, because for the empath gift to be working for you, you've got to set up healthy, energetic boundaries. You got to say, no, you're not going to do the emotional drive-by on me right now because I'm with my partner right now. I'm in my best clothes right now. I'm eating beautiful food right now. This is not the time and place for you to tell me your problems. Okay? As an empath, you got to really remove the guilt. Okay? I love to help people naturally. I share with people, but this is what I do. I've been doing this for years. But if it's not something you do, don't feel an obligation just to be Mother Teresa out here, right? Just to help everybody. You weren't here to do that. You don't have to be the Good Samaritan, okay? Only give what you are able to give. Empaths often give a lot more. And I've realized this, that as an empath, you've really got to learn how to protect your own energy, okay? And you do this by realizing this simple secret. Before you can help other people, you got to help yourself first. Before you can give to other people, you have to learn how to replenish your own energies. And then you will stop being an emotional dumping ground. You will stop being a sponge person. You will stop absorbing other people's energies, because for the first time in your life, you will start to lay your imprint on everything around you. Instead of just receiving everyone's energy, you will actually say, no, I'm going to talk about my problems for a change. And then hope you come across another empath, right? What is the 7th trait of an empath? How to know if you are an empath? What's helped me along my journey is to realize this. Being an empath, you're often kinder, more compassionate, more thoughtful, more insightful, and more helpful than most other human beings. Now that's a fantastic gift, because also you become easily upset if other people are being mistreated. If someone is being bullied, for example, this immediately captures an empath's imagination and attention. They're like, wait a minute, that could be me right now. No, that's not going to happen. Get off them. You better move away. So once again, the empath saves the day. Okay, so empaths are like superheroes. Wonder Woman, Superman, and they don't even know it, right? So that is a fabulous gift that you have. What's the eighth trait of an empath? How to recognize you are an empath. Many empaths will root for the underdog. That's right. Someone who is in emotional distress, emotional pain, mental pain, physical pain, they are rooting for the underdog. If everybody is laughing at someone, the empath is like, I want the person that's being laughed at to have the last laugh. And they end up getting the last laugh, and then both of you laugh together. It's just so magical and beautiful like that. Okay, empaths are always rooting for the underdog. Now, that's beautiful. But at the same time, problems can arise when sometimes the underdog doesn't really need it because they're not really grateful for your attention. So root for an underdog that's actually respectful towards you. Okay, because once again, that's how you value your own energy. Give your attention to people who need it the most. Now, what is the ninth trait of an empath? How to recognize you are an empath and what can we do about it? Alone time. Being an empath means you love your alone time. But whether or not you take your alone time is a whole nother story. So growing up as an empath, I realized I just love going to the woods for some reason. And that's why you always see me in nature. You always see me in beautiful environments, okay? Because I just really need alone time. Like so many people are telling me stuff every single day. And I'm like, we ain't even had breakfast yet, okay? And this was back in the day. This was when I wasn't helping people become their greatest versions, but I was an empath and I would just retreat, okay? Go on a retreat and find this incredible peace. And what was actually happening was I was recharging my empath batteries. I was replenishing my batteries and I felt fantastic. Now, problems can arise if you are an empath and you're like in your mind, I need alone time. That doesn't necessarily mean you are getting your alone time, okay? So you actually need to take alone time. Go on a holiday, I'll pay for it. All expenses paid for by the cat down the road, okay? Go on a holiday, which means whole. You're becoming whole. Go on a retreat. Go on a retreat. Don't feel guilty about getting that alone time you need. You can't work 24/7. Sometimes you've even got to question, okay, am I in the right job? Is this draining me? Is this helpful or hurtful in helping me become my greatest version? Right? Helpful or hurtful? Energy generating or energy depleting? We want to remove ourselves from energy depleting situations. Don't think, oh, I'm so strong because I can stay here. No, you're not. You're just not helping yourself. So honor that you need alone time. As much as you help other people, realize you also need to help yourself. I can only share with you amazing, beautiful deep divers because I am recharging my batteries. I am replenishing my batteries. And life is good right now. I work on the law of exchange. For everything you give, you have to be compensated on an emotional level. Otherwise, you're just giving, not looking at your own life to say, actually, wait a minute, I got a lot of problems myself, okay? So recharge your empath batteries. And then anyway, you'll have even more to give. Take that alone time. And what is the 10th trait of an empath? How to know if you are an empath? Constant fatigue. Sometimes, let's face it, empaths, we know what it's like. You feel tired. I feel tired. This was along my early journey when I didn't really have the tools to find my balance, right? Replenish my energies. Many empaths, once again, because you're always helping other people out there, you forget about the me in here, you forget to fill your own cup. I'm asking you today, if you are an empath, fill your own cup first. And you do this by loving yourself even more, which means going for that spa, ladies, going for that body treatment, going for that massage, fellas and beautiful women, right? Just go for it. Stop feeling guilty. Stop feeling guilty about pampering yourself, okay? Look, many empaths feel tired because they feel guilty. Because as an empath, we always want to help people. We've got like this guilty trip that plays on repeat. That's like, if you don't help this person, you're a bad person. Empaths, hello, you're already helping so many people. You've already done so much. So be good to yourself. Love yourself 100%. Accept yourself to say, I'm already doing enough. I'm already doing the best I can, but today is just for me. And that's not selfish. That's what we call self-love, which helps you honor and value your true self. And then you have even more to give to people, but it's coming from a truer, more authentic place. And then you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? We are here. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. We're just, whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.